All right, let's increase this size. So this was our little profit yesterday. Bounced back again, came back down, chopped. Not as big a bounce as one would hope. Overnight, unfortunately, we lost support of the downtrend. Tried to break up above it, fell. 3925 was the next support down. Let's read Adam Mancini's tweet really quick. And last week, ES tested 3948 to 3955 support 6 times, 5 yesterday. It lost overnight. This targeted 3925. We hit exact 3925. Let's back it up to anyways, it did hit 3925. It's just I can't get it to show up on the screen because it's thinkorswim. We had exact 3925 and bounced now more chop. Plan today 3936 to 3920 are supports. Why 3936, I wonder? ES likely tries to reclaim 3950 one more time. That's not very far above, which targets back 3973 here. So bulls must reclaim this to be bullish. 3973, 3983. No, damn it. 39. Undo. This one, see, I have the cursor over there. 3983. I tried adjusting my chart to look more like Adam Mancini's chart, but I often have trouble doing that because for reasons I can't figure out, my thinkorswim doesn't look like his trading view chart. Let's see if he added any additional comments. Oh, 3920 fails. We're gonna go to 3895. I've definitely got to zoom this back to like a year so I can just see slightly below under here. 3985. 3985, right? They're on 3895. 3895. 3838. Okay. Well, that means I can clear out a bunch of other things here, I think. Eight, 9, 5. Man, there's so much stuff here. No, that's important. That's important. And I'm guessing this one's next. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Alright. Now, of course, we have to figure this out on SPY. Right, because for some reason, SPY is never recent. I think it's time to take off this this megaphone pattern. I can do it here. So 3925 is about equivalent to, okay, I can't do this daily. Let's try this. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Let's try the 4. I'm trying to get this level down here to come up, but I can't get to it because... Alright, let's try this. Oh, I hate thinkorswim, man. I'm just not in the mood for this today. Maybe I should buy like a 100-inch square TV monitor, and then I can probably do it there. Okay, the only way I can do it is to somehow, I don't know. This is so asinine, man. Okay. What is this supposed to be? Oh, stupid. That's an SMA. I can't. It's just too much of a mess. There's gotta be a better way to do this. There. This is all I've been trying to do, to get to this line. And of course, I gotta take this call now. Okay. Where was I? Oh yes, I was trying to zoom into this spot so I can adjust it just to something as simple as just adjusting a line, and I can't do it because I can't zoom this thing enough to get this line. This little line here. Look at that. I don't know what line is moving now. That's it. This is all I was trying to do. It's such a headache that I just don't even feel like bothering trying to adjust the levels on SPY to match up with ES, because thinkorswim absolutely needs to fill the chart in, and maybe there's a setting I can stop to make it do that, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of thinkorswim. I think it's overly bloated with too much stuff and unnecessarily complicated. So I don't know, man. This may be another day where I don't trade. If something's going to happen, though, it probably is going to happen today or tomorrow. But, all right, as far as the plan, let me think. Well, I don't know what the equivalent of 3936 would be on SPY, unfortunately. I'm thinking it's probably here, but no, it's not. We got to move this higher because we're just right now at 3936. And it looks like it's slightly above this drop from the evening, but yeah, I don't know. Let's change this back to a 15. That might help. Yeah, it's about here. So maybe that's why this is where Adam Mancini got his 396 or 3936 from. We formed a clean 50-minute after hours. And 3950 would be clearing the January bearish trend line. So yeah, I don't know. All right, let's just go back, zoom in. Just to make sure, supports were 3936 and I'm assuming 3925, 3920. Okay. Which is slightly below. Oh, here we go. I have to try and see if I can. This should be 3920. No, it's slightly below that. Damn it. Okay. I'm just totally guessing here. Why there's no sort of algorithm that will let you put levels on ES and then somehow compute it to put an equivalent level on SPY, I don't know. I bet you one exists, and the big boys in the market, whatever, uses it, something like that. Alright, but I guess to simplify things, we're just going to do what I've been doing before. I'm just going to look to see if there's a confluence of a trend line, a support or demand zone being formed and retested, and maybe a confluence with, well, not maybe, definitely a confluence with the levels that Adam Mancini gives. But there's no clear signs today, like you know, earlier this week we got the megaphone, we have the October lows trend, we have the January trend. Now, although I swear I'm seeing like a channel forming here, but I don't know if I'm seeing it properly. Here, I don't know. I don't know if this is forming an actual channel though. Let's duplicate this and see if we find anything here. Not really. I'm just gonna keep it here for now. So I'm not really getting sick, but I don't know. I woke up yesterday around 3:30. I could not breathe out of my nose. Went to take a little piss in the bathroom, came back, and that's it. I just tossed and turned for like 3 hours. I need to buy a new pillow. The one I have now, I have two pillows that an ex-girlfriend bought me. One is lumpy and just crap, and it smells okay. The other one, obviously I haven't used that much. I just have it sitting on the side of the bed, and it smells terrible, like musty, like sweaty. And I've sprayed cleaners on it. I've sprayed essential oils on it. Yesterday I went ballistic and sprayed like a mixture of bleach and water on it and wiped it down. I cannot get rid of the smell. And I looked it up online, and they suggested that I might have to submerge it in a tub in a vinegar and water solution, and then air it out, and then put it in a dryer to dry. I'm like, wow, dude. I have no idea why it smells like that. None whatsoever. But I need a new pillow because I have trouble sleeping in general. I can't deal with this anymore. I go to bed early, and all I end up doing is just tossing and turning all night long. Joints hurt, everything hurts. You know what? Let's see if we can find this channel on SPY. I don't know if we can, because SPY always looks a little bit different. It looks like I started here. All right. Okay. Although on ES, this actually touched, but whatever. Yeah, it doesn't look quite the same on the bottom because, hold on, I'm just gonna do this. This is, you know what, I'll do it. This is actually lower. This touched on ES, and this came close to touching an ES, so whatever. I don't know how much of a difference this is really gonna make, but let me just increase this just in case my dumb head doesn't see it. Wow, it is amazingly quiet. I am so shocked. I'm gonna just take a moment, close my eyes, and just enjoy this brief respite. No sirens, no cars honking, no idiots on the street yelling. And I jinxed it. I just heard the person upstairs drop something on the floor. All right. Oh. Yes, sorry. Let's talk about the VIX. It looks like we've got, I don't know what this could be, but let's zoom out. It looks like I might have a 4-hour here. I don't know what this is, of course. I bet you it's a daily. I can't be consistent about this. One day I just wanted to put everything yellow, and then the other day I just want to put everything white. Maybe this is an hour? No. Wow, that's weird. This is so, hold on. Yeah, that is so annoying, man. These windows are absolute garbage. I have my noise canceling headphones on, and there was this strong like vibration in my ear, like pulsing, like a helicopter. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you had um really thick earbuds or air covers on your ear, but there's a helicopter going or something, and it's just the vibration in your eardrum. It just, you can feel it, and it kind of hurts. And it's because there was a truck downstairs, and the engine reverb I cannot say the word, reverberating between this building and the building across here. But it just blows my mind that these windows are so cheap and so thin and so crappy that even I'm almost on the top floor of this building. This building has 18 floors, and I could still feel the vibration of the truck. That's how cheap these windows are. The thing is, that's sad, is that this is not a bad building to live. It's in the heart of Miami Beach. But if I won the lottery and I purchased this building, this studio with cash, I would have to move out and have 6 months of time renovating. I would need to like lower the ceiling a couple inches and put soundproofing on the ceiling, on the walls, and just out of courtesy the floor, because there's some spots on the floor where you'll walk on the tile and you can feel the tile creaking and bending, if that makes sense, and it sounds absolutely hollow. Like if you pulled up the tile, there'll be a gap of space under the tile, which shouldn't be there. It should be soundproofing. So I take extra care when I walk around so that I don't make noise, because I know the neighbor downstairs will probably hear any noise I make, just like I hear the noise upstairs. And all of that soundproofing has got to cost about $20,000. And I would have to actually have a professional company come in and put true hurricane impact windows that truly block out the noise, not this whatever cheap trash they put in here. That also will cost about $25,000, maybe $30,000. So in retrospect, I keep thinking this place is not a very good investment if you want quiet. If you really want quiet, if you just don't care, and you just want a space to live and you don't care about the noise, then yeah. But this place is probably worth around $220,000, $215,000 for a tiny studio. It's amazing, man. All right, so I don't see anything here on daily. 4 hour I did, 1 hour. Maybe the FARs were rejected yesterday. I got a 1 hour here that I haven't seen before. I don't know if we're gonna get anywhere near here. I can't even make my mind up on the thicknesses of the lines. Ugh, whatever. You know what? Enough. Yeah. All right. Are we above 3936? Nope. But if we do get above, I'm just gonna prepare. I think, oh my God, Kevin. I cannot focus today. All right. So if we were to get above 3936, the next target would be 3950, which is about 392. But I'm going to pick 393. The thing that sucks though is that anytime the target is so close above or so close below, it means that the option is going to be expensive because it's not going to make much of a move. And usually on days like that, I think it's best not to trade. See, look, even if I wanted to do 393, if I try 394, yeah, it's all expensive. I know this sounds bad, but I kind of want today just to be a really tight chop day, and then tomorrow I want a bigger move, and I want it to actually show a proper pattern. See, here's my problem too. If this comes up, we're at 392 now, like almost at 393. If this comes up, we got the January 22 trend. We have this little line I found here. I don't know how much of an effect that's going to be, but clearly it's had an effect before. So we have all these rejection possibilities here. So someone was like suggesting, hey, why don't we go long at the bell? I would be reluctant to do so because of this. And it looks like we created an overnight supply here, which is confluent to some line I put before. So we have 1, 2, 3 rejection points, possible rejections here. And interestingly, that is around where 3950 would be on ES. Oh, actually 3945, 3950 is up here. That was the target, right? My God, dude. To reclaim 3950. Yeah. So I'm going to move this down. I guess 3945 is no longer a major area. I was getting confused about that. I have an equivalent level on SPY, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to move this to right where this supply had formed and just leave it there. I don't know why I made it so large. I really got to start labeling these things. Obviously it's or maybe because it was a major level and I made it like that, but we're going to unmajorify it and just make it red as a regular supply zone. Yeah. Anyways, let's just wait and see what happens here. Hey, so I had a thought, because I'm an airhead. It seemed kind of obvious. I was talking about why I wouldn't take this long because of these possible resistances, and I realized, well, maybe there's a point where I could take it short. The only problem is these resistances aren't really concentrated in any one specific point. 3950 is up here. The supply is further down here, and the this channel that I found here, the only two things that are confluent is this channel and this sorry, that whistling in the air is driving me insane. It's so loud. Maybe it's fatigue and not sleeping. Maybe it's the headphones. No, it's not the headphones. This might be a spot to take this short. So the thing is, Adam Mancini says if we're above 3936, then we're going to ride at 3950. So I'm going to have to wait and see what happens. I just wish it was more concentrated. But in any case, if this does fall, let's zoom out to 515. Let's see if I can. I can't. It just looks terrible. What I wanted to say is if this does fall and maybe a 1030. No, I can't. I just wish I can tell it, please don't show me this. I don't need to see this. You know, I just want to zoom in and see this here. If this falls, I'm wondering if there's going to be a confluence. If we can get a bounce at this lower channel and a bounce at this major support, and with a confluence of a demand forming and then getting retested, this would be a good spot to go long. So let's see if I can put an alert just in case. Below. I always almost make that mistake. And then let's see if we can zoom in. You know what, I'm not going to do an alert here. I mean, it is slowly grinding up, so Adam Mancini's right. If this is going to make its way back up, it looks like, but it's a slow grind. I mean, if I took this trade at 70-ish, the reformer demand, let me go back to SPY. And, oh yeah, this thing's really pushing now. I don't know if we can really say a demand was formed on the 15. Maybe it looks cleaner on the 30. Yeah. I know it's pre-market, but it looks like something here formed on the 30. I should have noticed that from before. Actually, on SPY, this looks more of a confluence. We've got the lower trend confluent with the January 22 trend, confluent with this heavy order interest level here that has been an issue. Not an issue, but there's been an effect. Yeah, so it looks like I was wrong. If I had taken this long, preferably when it got into the 60s, if this pushes up a little bit higher, could have made 40 bucks today. Oh well. You know, I wonder if maybe I am getting sick. One of the bad things also about living in this building, I'm sure happens to other apartments though, is if your neighbor is cooking dinner like 2 doors down, you would smell it like it's they're cooking in your kitchen. You smell it strong. If someone walks down the hallway wearing a lot of perfume or something, I could be sitting here at my computer and I'll smell it. So because this is one of those buildings where the hallways are inside the building, you know, not outside like a hotel. And I guess the air conditioning has enough pressure in the hallways that it pushes air um into your residence, into your home, into your apartment. So if I can smell the molecules that are created by food being cooked or by perfume, then it's easy to assume that if someone is sick and they're standing outside the door and they're talking and whatever, and the germs come out of their mouth or whatever, it'll easily, because I think viruses and germs are some of the smallest. Um, they're like macro, not macro, they're micro. If like cigarette smoke, somebody smoking cigarette smoke, when you smell that smoke, you're smelling the molecules of the cigarette, the ash, the parts of the cigarette that comes off, the smoke or whatever. And those molecules are much larger than the virus. So, yeah. And I've been thinking, you know what? Again, if I won the lottery, that's something else I'd have to do. I'd have to replace the door because the doors are cheap. And I guess you have to get a permit to do all of this stuff, obviously. But to replace the door with a more solid, soundproof door that has like sealing around it, some sort of sealant around it so that air can't slip through so easily. So, yeah, just a whole lot of money needs to be spent to upgrade this place. And in a way, it's like, why even bother? You're better off just getting a house or a townhouse at the very least and doing that. Um, anyway, sorry, I'm going off on a ramble. I'm just so out of it. Oh, look, here's a supply that I didn't even bother um, putting. Let me just move this one down a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Actually, no, there's good. It lines up with everything here. Nah, just leave it like that. I wonder if I should bother keeping this anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. So yeah, we got to this supply and rejected, which is confluent to this top of this trend. But it's not a very hard rejection though. Ugh. My phone bill is like 70 bucks every month. And a lot of people tell me this is cheap, but I wish it can be cheaper. I barely ever use my phone. And I did call about a year and a half ago to see if they can lower my costs. And it went from like 95 to 70. But I want it to get lower. I really don't want to. My opinion, I shouldn't be paying more than like 35 bucks a month for cell service because I rarely ever use my phone. I barely send a text. I don't know anyone hardly. I don't call anyone hardly. I don't text anyone hardly. So I just feel like I'm paying 70 bucks a month just for nothing. It's like paying to go to a fancy gym and you only go like once a week, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, enough rambling. All right, so we had a little bit of a pullback in that first. Is this 30? God, I'm such an airhead. I keep doing that. So stupid. We had a little bit of a pullback here, and actually this would have been a good spot to jump in if I was not airheaded and had this on 15, not 30. This was a good little pullback here. This candle started at 9:45. 9:45. So I think it pulled back around here, and then the next candle, which started here at 10 o'clock, is when it started to jump off. I don't know, but this would have been a good spot to jump in. It would have cost almost my entire account, but could have squeezed $20 profit and been done with it. Okay, gotta do something. All right, well, as usual, when the work pours in, that's when the action starts. I had to take a call and I have three things I need to submit. Anyways, this did what I was thinking, but it didn't do it as major as I thought it would. This was a previous supply that I probably should have moved. I thought I did. This was the 30. It must have been a 30, and this is the 15. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this now. So we created a clean supply. This heavy order interest, which seems to have been, it has an effect every now and then. This rejected after forming a clean supply and fell back down to, I guess this was a previous support from yesterday, and quickly recovered. So would it have been a good play? I don't know. I don't feel like putting the put on to even look. This is just quite choppy. So yeah, again, I think today's a day where I'm just gonna sit back and watch unless something really obvious happens. Something I forgot to do, which was a mistake on my part, what can I do, is I should have put a closing print from yesterday. So it looks like well, let's zoom in closer so I can get the correct one. So it looks like we closed right about here yesterday. So you know what, let's just say the closing print is here at this weekly. And obviously since that closing print we've fallen, so gap fill rules, which something Trade Brigade brings up every now and then, would kick in. So we'll have the gap fill rule, plus the fact that we recovered 3936, plus the fact that we formed a demand zone pre-market. Those would have been all confluences to take this long. Yes, we had a hard rejection initially where I thought we would reject, but the bulls turned it right back around and pushed it right back up. So we are now at 3950, Adam Mancini's first target. So if I had gone long after all this morning, an ideal spot to play it safe would have been this rejection here, or maybe even this one here at 10:15 when we had that big drop. One could have gotten in at about 70, and I saw it too. I saw it when I was on the phone with an attorney. That it just was I couldn't ignore the call, and we dropped down here, and this would have been beautiful to get in here at 70 and then to exit here at 120. It doesn't need to be 125. It would be nice, but exit here at 120. That is a $50 win right there. $50 win. Done for the day. Good to go. And for all I know, this might push even higher. So yeah, I was wrong. I thought that that this would not be a good day to trade, and so far it's just been trending upwards. Look at that, we're now at 130. So the bulls definitely stepped up. The rejection occurred where I thought it would, but they definitely stepped up and knocked this right back. And when I was on the phone, I actually thought about just hitting the market buy when it was pushing down to get in, but what are you gonna do? Something else I missed. I spent the whole morning, not the whole morning, but I made this whole channel talking about the channel, and look, we broke out of it. We broke out of the channel, hit 3950 on ES. Bears tried to push it back down. Bulls stepped right in where? At the top of the channel, and we're coming back up again. So I'm not upset that it didn't take this long, because there was just too many ifs. If the bulls can push this past this spot, if the bears don't push this back down. So one thing I think has hurt me in the past is I've had this compelling need to trade every day, and when I see price trending and I feel as though I missed out, I will jump in a trade upset and end up losing money. Or maybe I jumped in the trade and I should have, but because I was so emotional, I didn't allow myself to let the trade work itself out and go in my favor. So one day I had vented, and it's probably why Adam Mancini doesn't respond to me anymore, because I was so upset. I vented on his Twitter, and I said that if I flipped a coin 10 times, and if every time I got tails I would get punched in the head, I'll probably end the day with a concussion or something like that. And then someone else responded and says, "You're doing it wrong, bro. I only trade when I have an absolute edge. Otherwise, I won't trade. I only take the trade when I see something that just yells out at me." So, yeah. Now, I will say this: if I had a fat account and I don't have to really be that careful with my tiny account here. Once this thing broke and retested here, I would have just gone long. So somewhere around here, 98, whatever, 100, I would have just taken it long. Because the fact that we, one, broke out of this channel here, two, we recovered the January 22 bearish trend line, three, we blasted through this supply that, well, I wouldn't say blasted, but we broke through the supply that was created before. The only thing that would be risky is that we're at 3950, which was the first target. There's no guarantee, obviously nothing's guaranteed, but this is the target. This is where bears would be able to push it back down. So you're kind of going along at a resistance. So it might be smart to take whatever profits you got from here to here. Or, well, yeah, it would be smart to take whatever profits you got. So if I got in here at, let's say, 100 and sold at 130, get my 30 bucks if it's one option, 300 bucks if I did 10 options, and 300 bucks on $1,000 investment isn't bad. It really isn't. For options, it's not wonderful, but it's not bad. And if you have mad money in your account and you just had to go with 100 options at $100, and then sold here for $3,000 profit, or better yet, you could sell almost all of it. Let's say 90 of your options, and then just have 10 options left and have the stop loss somewhere down here or right here, and see if this pushes a little bit higher. Because now we're at 3952. I think the next target for Adam Mancini was 397 something. Let me just double check. I wish when I go into Twitter, I can just go to where I was last, which is Adam Mancini's tweet, and not go, it wouldn't just take me to the home screen automatically. Yeah, the next target is 3973, which is a pretty good ways up. So yeah, which tells me that maybe I should consider looking at a further out option. 3973 is confluent to about 395. So had I thought of that earlier, when we came back down and tested the top of this channel, I could have gotten in at $50-something. But again, there's no guarantee we're gonna break past 3950. But I have it's 50-50. I think it might. I think it might. At best, we may go back down and retest this channel or this, but we just did that, so I don't know. Anyways, just want to do a quick update. Yeah, I know I'm making a lot of videos for someone who didn't even take a trade, but we are now at 3953, slowly breaking past that point. And yeah, if I let's go back to the one I had before, which I think was 394, I think is where I got in. Yeah. So I was definitely wrong about today. Go taking this long from the bell would have been, or shortly after the bell would have been the play. We formed a 15-minute demand here, pre-market. Could have taken this test of that here, or at the very least a retest here, which I think was this one, right? I don't remember, it doesn't matter. Point is, here, here, or here. Could have gotten in, and this was the strong sell-off here. This was the 10-15 candle. Yeah, this is the one that pushed down really hard when I was on the phone, and this would have been a good spot to get in at 70. So, oh well. Part of me is thinking I should just walk away and not look at this anymore because it keeps making me want to jump in for a trade, and I really probably shouldn't. I should just leave it alone. So maybe I should just go make some breakfast. Okay, so we are, I don't want to say chopping, but we're just sort of hovering under, well, these two candles will say we're not really that choppy. But we're at 3945, and we've been hovering under 3950 for a little over an hour now. I think we reached 3950 around 10:30. So, and of course this candle just started, so yeah. So here's my question. Are we going to bounce again here at the January 22 trend? Here at this small channel that formed yesterday, or are we going to go down and retest 3936, which I believe is equivalent to here? Because look, this is where we just touched. Adam Mancini's levels are right on, and it's probably one of those days where the challenge is trying to be consistent on one strategy or another, you know. So if I stuck with Adam Mancini's strategy, once we hit 3936, take it long. That's the support. So wait for a retest here, or take it long from the morning, or take it long as soon as we break 3936. So here, or this retest here. Or I follow MK strategy, and I just wait for a clean demand or supply to be formed, which, by the way, this formed a clean 30-minute supply right at 3950. I mean, right at, in fact, I don't know why I'm not even marking it. I'm talking about it and I don't even mark it. So it's a 15 here, you can see clearly, but it definitely is a 30 on ES, and it's very clean on the 30 on the ES. So I'm going to increase this size of this. Okay. So this could be it for the day. This was our rally. This is going to be our rejection, and we can just chop sideways from here, or bulls can bring this back up again. So my point is I changed my strike from 394 to 395 so that maybe I can consider taking it long if it looks like we're going to push back up. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but there are multiple confluences. So if we can get near 3936, form a demand zone, and push back through the January 22 trend line, bearish trend line, this might be a point to take this long. Maybe. We'll see. Quick one. It looked like we were forming a 50-minute demand right above VWAP, but it looks like it's having trouble, and it did come up here and then reject again from this heavy order interest level. But I think I'm just gonna go do my bathroom duties, shower, and just chill for a little bit. I just don't feel compelled to trade today, which is fine. Yes, the actions always when I'm away from the computer or not able to trade. So when I was in the shower, we dipped down once again towards this area. We formed a 50-minute demand here. I suppose I should probably mark it. And then we had a flush down below, a retest of that demand, quick breakdown, which brought us to about $35. Sorry, excuse me. This cheap, crappy deodorant I use makes me sneeze. And we flushed right at VWAP and then bounced. So one could have gotten in here around $30, $40 and sold a little bit in the high 60s here before we once again rejected at 3950. We scooched just slightly higher than 3950, but this would have been a profitable trade nonetheless. But again, I'm not stressing it too much. You know, it's funny. It's been chopping sideways for a while, and I thought, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take the risk and jump in and see if anything happens. I'll just put a really tight stop loss and risk a few bucks. And I thought, let me just go ahead and jump in and 40. But then I thought, you know what? We might fall back down, build up some liquidity before we push back up. Yep, I was wrong again. We just kept chopping, and then we came back down to this, again, this heavy order interest level, and boom. And mind you, this candle just started, this 50-minute candle. This jump up to here was done, hold on. Okay, well, I didn't know that. I don't know how many future fires we're gonna have. So yeah, this would have been good. I'm still confused though. This 50-minute candle just started 2 minutes ago, so I guess hold on, sorry, I just want to do something really quick. 5 minutes. Okay, so this candle just started. 1, 2, 3. We're just 2 minutes in, so this candle just started 2 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was this candle, and this was this candle. These two candles, I'm guessing. Anyways, whatever. Point is, this nice little spike here I missed out on. I mean, look at this. You get in at 40, and before you know it, you're already up almost $100. Man. I mean, imagine getting in $400 here and just being patient and waiting, and then this big spike happens, and you decide, oh wow, I'm going to go ahead and sell at 40, and you just made $1,000 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Anyways. Okay, so now I'm thinking it's probably too much of a risk, but it pulled back a little bit, and we came back to this weekly support, I guess. But I was kind of hoping this might pull back a little bit to 3950, which was the initial target and was the resistance. And I'm hoping it'll pull back 3950, not all the way there, but close to it. And that would be, you know, I just realized too, I'm such a moron. At 12:20, I don't know what I was doing. Probably in the shower. No, I think I was in the shower. No, it was definitely here. I took a late shower, I think. But we formed this. Look at all these confluences I missed out on. We formed a 15-minute demand, just above a previous 15-minute demand, right above the channel that we broke out of, right at VWAP. And right at this support that happened from yesterday, just wow, I missed all of this. And this was 1220. Let's back this up. Yeah, I was talking about this. Yeah, I mentioned how we got to 35 and we jumped up to the 60s. So, yeah, this would have been a good trading day after all. Getting in here with a good couple of options, $35. Maybe exit one just to make 100% on one of the options, and then you can put, I guess we can just completely dismiss the stop loss at that point. Well, you wouldn't want to do that. It's stupid. I guess you can have a very loose stop loss though, and then just let this run, and then here, boom, this comes up to 35. There it is, $130+ in one day, or 1,300 if you did 10 options. Well, no, if you had held it from here to here, 1,300. But yeah, I probably should have entered when this pulled back. It would have cost my entire account, but look at this. Came right back to the support, and now we're pushing off again. I very much hoped that today would be a chop day and tomorrow would be the rally, but looks like today was the day. I think I did actually read in Adam Mancini's newsletter that he believed that today would be the day that it makes a move finally. And what I find interesting too is we came right up to this major level and then rejected. All right, let me remove this alert that I put for both these because it's not going to go down there anytime soon. And I'm going to put an alert just above 3950. My concern with trading at this point in the day, though, is... Oh my god, dude. Create alert. Single. I don't know why they even asked me this. There's no other option but single, but the option comes up. Single. Below. Below. I don't understand. Below came up as the option first, for once, not above. But it didn't do it the first time I did it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I should have gotten in when it pulled back down here at 70, 71, whatever, and I would probably target up to here if it can make it up there, and then that'll be a $70 profit right there. Actually, that would be greedy. I probably would just go ahead and exit if we can get to 92. Make 20 bucks, that's fine. Oh well, anyways, I don't want to make this a huge long video today. Alright, I went from not caring about trading to I'm just so upset now. I was really thinking about jumping in here, and I just had my doubts. Then I looked at this and I thought, you know what, I really should jump in at this little pullback here. And it started going, and of course, I only have 85 bucks in my account, so I can't get in past this point. But then I thought, yeah, I bet you this is going to really run. Then I was talking about exiting at 92, not to be greedy, but Adam Mancini's target is a little bit beyond this point. And here we are, slowly grinding back up here. I had imagined myself putting a sell limit at 115 if I got it at 75. But look, it's just trucking along. Just trucking along. And what I should have also done when I realized I couldn't get in when it went beyond 85 was just choose a strike price further out. And I could have got in at 50 something, and even though I would only make maybe like 10, 15 bucks, it's something. And I can say that I've made 3 days of profit in a row, which is rare. But instead, I am just here sitting on my bum doing nothing. And I should have gone in back here. And now it's running. The FOMOs are jumping in and pushing this even higher. Let me go back to the one that I wanted. 135. Look at that. And it made it up to this point, and it's pushing even further. Adam Mancini's target is 3973, and I guess that's where we're going to go. Oh, man. I know. I keep rambling. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out something else too. On the VIX, wow, look at that. This is just an absolute trend day. On the VIX, I had noticed that it's been making quite a lot of moves, and then this is where we pulled back, and this is where this point occurred, that pullback with that 15-minute that was confluent with the channel and the VWAP, this right here. And look, we broke past this hour, we got to this one, broke past, it's just going down. And let's see, I know I should have put this back on the 15, so here we are. It looks better on the 15, this confluence here. If I zoom back out to, yeah, this is, man, oh, wow, dude. This should have been a good day of trading. Should have been, and I missed out. I can't let it get to me. And we just hit our target at 3973 for Adam Mancini. And if you went in long here, I mean, you've done well today. This is wow. And there are days when it does this, and I keep thinking I should get an option. Remember I was talking about getting the one further out? Remember it was like 60? It was at 50 here, and they got to 60. And in just a few minutes, it went from, look at this, from 70 now to 130. I'm here talking about making $10 if I had just jumped in. But at this point now, it's just too late to even jump in now. There's no point in even looking at a further strike, a further out strike. This is done. The move's been made and I've lost. I've missed out, unfortunately. So, yeah, I think I'm going to make one more video before the market closes and just call it a day. This is a mess up. Sometimes I don't know what feels worse, losing money or not jumping in and missing out and so much profit. Oh, just an extra slap in the face. When we peaked up to here, we dropped back down. And this level, I was hoping we might drop back down to this level, but according to Adam Mancini, we don't want to go lower than 3963. And we didn't. We came back down here. Let's look at ES. We dropped back down here and just in the middle of yonder. So, and at that point though, it got to 80. And I was in the kitchen, of course. I wasn't here. But even if I was, I would be reluctant to jump in the middle here unless this candle started here, which is the 215. So at 215, oh, which is right where this started. 215. If I had seen that other candle, I could have, if I was quick enough, jumped in with pretty much my entire account and waited for it to get back up to here. 39780 was actually Adam Mancini's target. It was 3975 to 3980. So this needs to be moved up. 3975 to 3980, and look at that, almost to the dollar. We almost made it to 80, and I wouldn't even go up there. I would have exited earlier. I would have exited here at around 45 if I could have gotten in here at 85. Actually, I don't know if they would have let me. Would they? No, they wouldn't let me. Watch this. Let's see if I can get in at 85. They'll tell me no. Oh, apparently I could. Interesting. Well, then I could have gotten in here at 85 and sold here at 145. And that would have been a nice profit. The biggest slap in the face, though, remember from earlier today, from the beginning, I was looking at 394. Remember, this is what I was looking at, and at one point I thought, you know what, I should get in here, but this thing has peaked up to over $300. So what can you do, man? What can you do? We dipped below the January 22 trend line overnight, and we recovered it. In addition to breaking out of this, in addition to bouncing at VWAP, and I did nothing. Well, let's hope there's tomorrow. Although generally speaking, whenever there's a trend like this, the day after tends to be choppy. So, I don't know. Just another update. I think it's gonna be my last video, and I'll submit this for the day. But I'm pretty distraught. I started this day thinking we're gonna have nothing but chop. I had a plan of possibly taking this long if we get a rejection. I mean, if we get a bounce at the January 22 trend. But my initial plan was to take this short if this fell, and this really didn't fall at all. And it just keeps pushing higher and higher. And remember when I thought about getting back in again when we did this, you know what, I don't even know which candle it was. I think it was this one. It was 230, right? 230. So it wasn't this. I went one strike out. I don't remember which one it was I did. 230, and it was like $75. Oh, come on. Was it the 9.7? 230-ish. I don't know. I don't know which one it was. I don't know which one it was, but there was one point where it pulled back and I could have gotten at $75. I don't know where it was. I forget which strike at this point. But yeah, I had a chance to get in at 75 at 230 and or something like that. Anyways, this thing just keeps pushing. It's not stopping. It's grinding. It's doing what I was hoping it would do on Friday, and it's just grinding higher and higher. And I'm just so upset. If I had if I had known it was gonna go this much of a grind, if I just went long with a further out strike like 397, any point this morning, I just spent like $50 or something like that. The best would be here. The best would be here. $50 here, and you've made over $100 here. Wait, what am I saying? No, you've made over $500 because you bought 10 options down here. Wait, 500. Oh, this just shows you how messed up my brain is right now. Because I gotta go through a whole inventory right now. Another hassle. But I may be meeting a potential roommate tonight. But anyways, what? I got a lot in my brain right now. But yeah, this would be over $1,000 profit on $50. This is how big of a move this is. Let me go back to SPY. If you had gone long somewhere around here at 115 and spent $50, $60, $70, $80, whatever it is, and you've been holding it up until now, you've made over $1,000 on $50 on this grind. And every time I think it's too far, I shouldn't jump in, it's gone too far, FOMO, 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 what does it do? It pushes even further up. It pushes even further up. And I'm still blown away. I remember seeing, I think this was it. This is when it pulled back. And I had a chance to take this one long at 75. I think it was here. And it wasn't this strike. It was the 96 strike. Yeah, it wasn't 70. It was 80. Here's where I could have gotten in for 80 and walked away and let this thing run. Anyways, this is gonna be my last video for the day. Okay, I had to make one last video to point something out. This thing went quite literally from 3925 support that Adam Mancini gave at 3:30 this morning, and rallied, I would say 70 points to get to exactly 3995, just above the bull flag where it's now rejecting. This is the bottom of the bull flag. I don't know what to tell you. These are the days that I look for, that I hope that I can catch the bottom and catch the top, because these are the days that can make your account. These are the days that you look for and you hope for. And here I am in the morning thinking this isn't going to be a good trading day. And what a profound slap in the face, man. What can you do?